Hello and welcome to Wrestling AA. I'm Adrian. Usually I'm joined by Andrew on these videos, but unfortunately he can't be with us for the next couple of weeks, so you start with me. So let's jump straight into it. Today we're going to be looking at the 17th of April 2017 episode of RAW. So let's go for it. Right. First thing, we open with the Roman Reigns Braun Strowman recap. This is just basically a rundown of what happened last week. Braun attacking Roman in interview segment, throwing him off of loading bay, obviously he's tied to a stretcher, and then flipping the ambulance he's in. Yeah, we covered this one in the last Raw video, to be honest. It was a good spot. Went a little bit far for my likes, but overall it is enjoyable. I'd like to see more of that, because we don't see it much anymore. It's kind of a throwback to the Attitude Era. Yeah, then we get into actual new material for the week. Starts off with Braun Strowman coming down to the ring. So yeah, Braun comes down. He comes down to massive fan pops for putting Roman Reigns out. Yeah, that works out well. Roman Reigns is so well universally loved that, yeah, he got the classic yes chance, just from the fact that he wasn't on Raw last night. Then Angle comes down to the ring. Strowman says he wants more competition. Angle suspends him, and yep, we'll cover how well that went in several other places in this video. Yeah, as an opening segment, yeah, it's kind of been done before. Yeah, it's Braun Strowman. He's not a man of many words, so it wasn't a long-winded segment, which is always nice. You can get into the first match fairly quickly. So, yeah, speaking of which, how about I jump into the first match fairly quickly? Right, first match was Samoa Joe versus Chris Jericho. Samoa Joe won the match. To be honest, it wasn't a great match. I don't think. It just felt, watching it, like a lot of the match was just spent in holds. Not a lot of actual action. Yeah, there were a few decent bits, but nothing that memorable. Chris Jericho did his springboard off the middle rope to drop kicking the guy on the apron, which doesn't feel like he's done much anymore. That's a big throwback as well to the Attitude Era, I thought, and classic Y2J. So I enjoyed that bit, but yeah, overall the match just seemed quite slow and just a lot of holds. The next segment was Gallows and Anderson versus Goldust and R-Truth. Gallows and Anderson walked to the ring, then Goldust and R-Truth walked to the ring, and the recently suspended Braun Strowman then jumps Goldust and R-Truth, which, yeah, if you can't see or hear someone like Braun Strowman coming, maybe you should get that checked out or get some glasses, because he's a pretty big guy. So yeah, that was just your classic little throwaway beatdown. Yeah, that was that. Then you've got Enzo and Big Cass replaced Goldust and R-Truth in the actual match. It was a decent match. It was good pacing, I thought. There were some nice spots. Got a nice little middle rope DDT, which, you know, Randy Orton seems to love so much. In there, that one I spotted. It was quite good. And then Anderson pinned Enzo for the win. The next segment was Miz TV. I don't want to admit this. This is being recorded. This is then going to be uploaded onto YouTube. There's actually going to be evidence of me saying this. I really like The Miz. Yeah. When did that happen? When did that happen? But yeah, Miz TV segment with Dean Ambrose. I loved it. I really did. I lapped up every second of it, because if there's one thing that Miz can do well, it's delivering the great scathing promo. And if there's one thing that Ambrose does well, it's the off the cuff lunatic responses, which these two worked great in that promo. And I'm almost tempted to say that match of the night was a promo, but it wasn't. There were some good matches, and we'll get onto those. The next segment was Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, who's been suspended, dragging Kalisto through the backstage area and then threw him into the dumpster. He then got shoulder barged by the Big Show. Didn't feel like a setup at all. Did not feel like they were setting up a match. Okay, I'm lying. It felt very obvious that they were setting up a match. And guess what? They were setting up the main event match, which we'll get to a bit later on, which was Big Show versus Braun Strowman. And that's right. Strowman main evented Raw after he was suspended. Yep. Right. Go on to the next match. The next match was Cruiserweight Classics. I've got to be honest. When Attitude was on, I used to love Lucha Libre. And I'm starting to get a bit more into the high-flying stuff again now. So yeah, this was a great match. It was TJ Perkins against Jack Gallagher. Actually took me a second to remember his first name there. Yeah, Jack Gallagher and whatever stupid name he has for that damn umbrella. Yeah, great match. Some really good spots. Managed to bring out Austin Aries and Neville to the side. Yeah, it was just the fun. Quite comical little side spot going on with Neville watching the match, and Austin Aries just literally sat there, just eating a banana. Offered the banana to Neville. Neville didn't want it. Quite enjoyed that little throw in. I thought it was quite good. But yeah, the match was great. Really, really enjoyed that match. And then that one finished with Perkins picking up the win. Then we move on to the next spot. The next spot, and Titus O'Neil doing, I don't know what. Trying to sell his services to promote the Apollo Crews brand. Why? That's my question to that. Why? Titus O'Neil generally just looks like he's trying to find an excuse to get on TV, because they're not really doing anything with him. Yeah, yeah. Then we'll move on to the next spot, because otherwise I'm gonna start ranting about Titus O'Neil. And the next spot was the Hardys. The Hardys backstage interview. As always happens with a backstage interview, you get other people joining in, and in this case it was Sheamus and Cesaro. Really just a way to announce that there was going to be a match later on, which was going to be Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. Yeah, just mentioning it because it was actually on. Then we'll move to the next match. The next match was Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Sasha Banks. This was a squash match. This was Nia Jax squashing 3 other superstars. But because they don't want to push Nia Jax for the title, Alexa Bliss snuck in to get the win. It was a good match, don't get me wrong. It was perfectly good match. I quite enjoyed watching it. But yeah, it was all about everyone versus Nia and try and keep Nia out the ring, out the way. But yeah, Alexa won the match, so it's quite good. I believe that was the number 1 contendership match off the top of my head. So yeah, it was a good match, nice to see. Then Kurt Hawkins, the biggest jobber on SmackDown Live, but it's not SmackDown Live. Yeah, Kurt Hawkins is now the biggest jobber on Monday Night Raw. And tonight he jobbed out to Finn Balor. Finn obviously took a very stiff shot from Jinder Mahal last week, leaving him with a concussion. So I don't know if that weighed into their decisions to make this the quickest match you will ever see on televised wrestling. But Finn, I don't know how long the match was off the top of my head, but I'd be amazed if it lasted over 30 seconds. Finn did not take a single bump. Yeah, that being said, it was still a great match to watch. It had all the little things that you like to see in there. Finished off with the coup de grace and the pinfall. Great match. Then we had a couple of other little throwaway segments. Y2J backstage interview, and then Bray Wyatt turning up without turning up because they couldn't be bothered to get him in the arena, presumably. But he's just doing his backstage segments at the moment. And the next was Alicia Fox talking to Dana Brooks about something that happened on 205 Live last week. Dana Brooks saying that's really bad. Oh my god. And then Emma came in to stir things up because that's what Emma does now. Yeah, we're just going to move on from that. The next match was Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. This was a great match. Really, really enjoyed this match. Really great pacing. Some really good moves. Really, really great. Up until Jeff Hardy was about to win the match. Jeff Hardy then hit his... I'm going to call it, as I did in last week's video and quite possibly the video before, I'm going to call this move the Twist of Stunner. So Jeff Hardy goes for his classic Twist of Fate, and the guy he's delivering it to, which in this case was not... I'm trying to think who it was last week now. I think it was Gallows. It wasn't Gallows in this case, obviously, because he wasn't in the match. He was nowhere near the ring. It was Cesaro, and Cesaro did the exact same thing that Gallows did last week. He took the Twist of Fate without going flat, which just kind of... it just looks wrong. It just doesn't seem to work. So, yeah, Jeff delivered the Twist of Stunner. Then, top rope. Yeah, Swanton Bomb. Classic Jeff Hardy. And the 1, 2, 3. And, yeah, really good match up until the Twist of Stunner. Next match was the final match of the night. Main event, which was the Big Show versus Braun Strowman. And this was slow and laborious. Yeah, this was not a great match. This is two guys who are obviously too big to do a lot of the moves and are too big for the opponent to manage to manhandle into a lot of the moves that they both rely on. I mean, Braun Strowman and Big Show both rely on the big powerhouse moves, and they were just facing off against somebody that was too big to do them to. So not a great match. But they did throw in their classic "oh my god" moment where the Big Show was superplexed. For those not familiar with the term superplex, that's suplex from the top rope. So Braun Strowman superplexed the Big Show, and the ring gave out. And I think we should all just spend a moment and spare a thought for the poor referee who stood in the ring at the time. He nearly got thrown into the crowd when that ring went. But a great little thing to finish the match on. It's a great thing to finish the night on, to be honest. It's, a brilliant spot in an otherwise mediocre match. But yeah, I got to be honest, I didn't enjoy the match, but that finish was great. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to hold my hands up now and say that Big Show won that match, because at no point did they call the match off, but Braun Strowman walked out to the back. The referee should have counted him out. Yeah, if the referee wasn't pretty much comatose on the outside of the ring, then that's what should have happened. Braun Strowman should have been counted out, and that should have been the Big Show's win. Overall, not a great show, but pretty good. I enjoyed it. I watched it in one sitting, which for those who've watched previous videos will know that that's high accolades if I watch all of Raw in one sitting. Bearing in mind that I watch Raw after doing a night shift. So there you have it. Decent show, and I hope you'll tune in for the SmackDown video, which will also be going up soon. Okay, thank you for watching, and I've been Wrestling AA.